Hey, it's me, Karina. Welcome to here. So the whole reason you're here is because I want to put more people into awareness that you can in fact do the Amazon FBA private label business model completely low risk. And that's really the message I'm trying to spread. I feel like I've watched so many courses and done so many trainings and watched so many videos where people tell you that you need these crazy startup costs of like literally $10,000 or 1,000 MOQ of units, and you need all of these investments in order to make this sustainable. Otherwise, they say you're not a real business owner, that you don't have the right cash. And that's a little bit saddening because right now, it's such a powerful time to really flourish with this business model. It has so much opportunity. And when people are scared not to do this business model because they hear crazy things like you need thousands and thousands of dollars and you need to buy 1,000 MOQ and that the only way to do it is through these difficult steps, it becomes very discouraging. And for people that don't have much savings to invest into inventory, let alone an educational program that's supposed to save them money and mistakes, that's kind of a really hard pill to swallow, because where are you going to get the money to invest into this, right? So I know that a lot of programs are quite expensive, and I also know that the actual process can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be that way on any of them, right? And that's why I like to teach everybody the business model low risk. If you are on my YouTube channel and you've seen out of the hundreds of videos that I post, I literally have hundreds of videos on there about Amazon FBA specifically, you will see that I have a pattern in my teaching. I say that you don't need 1,000 MOQ, that you can be okay with 200 or 300. I even, with one of my products, started with 100 MOQ, and then that product was doing a little bit under $7,000 a month in sales. And I started out with 100 MOQ, and then I was able to test it to see if it worked. It ended up working, and then I obviously reordered more. I've also come from the place where I was taught incorrectly and I ordered a high MOQ and the product did not work, and then I was stuck with those units, plus I was stuck with money that's wasted that I can't really do anything with it right anymore. So that's kind of what I really wanted to avoid. I realized there's a lot of mistakes in Amazon FBA that could happen, such as going into an oversaturated market within Amazon that has too high reviews, even too high sales. Most people don't know this, but they're trying to hit these marks of $100,000 in sales, or even $50,000 or even $30,000 a month on a product. And while that sounds enticing, little have they been informed that if you actually go into a market such as that, you're not going to be able to rank for it if you have little funds. Maybe you can rank if you know the right people, if you spend more money, a lot of money actually, to rank, because you have to think, I have to match the sales of the people on the first page in order to do that, right? There's just so many things. Not finding the right product can really make everything else more difficult for you. And I knew always that product research was important. That's why I took such caution when I was first sourcing my products. And just a quick little background story, I didn't really have any experience in e-commerce at all before jumping into this. I was in the medical field for 7 years. I was actually studying to be a doctor. I got my bachelor's of science in biology, and I thought it was a lot of fun and I enjoyed it. I was trying to find a fulfilling career that would also give me freedom and obviously financial security. And then later I realized that the debt from going to medical school and the complete inflexibility with that job wasn't going to get me what I wanted. So I started looking into other avenues, and I saw this opportunity and I thought it was so interesting because I did not know that it's so easy to actually make a brand yourself. I really thought that in order to be qualified to own a brand, you needed to have these crazy connections with suppliers, or there's like a secret way to talk to them, all of these misconceptions, and that it's going to be really expensive to think of a design and packaging everything. It turns out it really wasn't. The most important thing is just finding a low risk product, and that's what I did. And even one of my first products, I believe I ordered 200 or 300 MOQ. So basically, and that one was crazy. That one really took off. So I was expecting something around 5,000 from it. I think the highest it sold in a month was around like 15,000. So it would exceeded my expectations 3 times. 3x. It might have been even a little bit higher than that, somewhere between 15 to, oh yeah, I think it got up to 17,000 a month. That's what it was, which is crazy because it started from 5,000 up to that. And that was one of the first products I launched, which I thought was crazy. And I did that low risk. I did it without any giveaways, without anything. So that's really what I like to teach, and I really like to implement these strategies. And that is why I am here today, to kind of let you know that you can be successful with Amazon FBA. You can avoid all of these scary risks and avoid thinking that you need these crazy amounts of cash in order to do this business model. And also, to get the proper education, you also don't need to be spending thousands and thousands of dollars, or just $1,000 on a course, right? That seems very expensive, especially for somebody who is trying to use that thousands of dollars for an inventory. I mean, $1,000 in inventory and shipping really can go a long way. And that's why I wanted to create something that will allow you to do the entire thing low risk, not just from sourcing products, finding products in low risk markets, actually launching those products in a low risk way where you don't have to do all these giveaways and give away half of your inventory and spend a bunch of money on that, but also the actual learning aspect of it and the support and the community of it. So that's why I came and created the original private label club. It's the PL Club. And this is really community based, and it's really also based on the dynamically updating. So every single week there is a new piece of content that is being released, because the only way for you to really understand the business model is if you're fully submerged in it. So I really worked hard to create something that you can always be learning, not just watch something once and then give it a rest, but really understand. So if you're a full member of this club, or actually if you're even just starting out, you have access to a lot of the features. Okay, so the first thing that you have access to is the educational program. So I put together a program that details Amazon FBA A to Z to let you know the most important aspects and the big picture, so you are completely clear in exactly what is going on. I want you to know this is where I'm starting, this is where I'm going. I don't have any questions as I'm doing this, right? So you have access to that in the trial as well. You can just go, you'll have access to those videos forever. And if you don't even want to be part of our family here, you can just watch that, and trust me, it's going to benefit you a lot, because it's hours and hours and hours long, and I don't even share this type of content in my YouTube. I really wanted it put together for those who are really interested in learning this business model the low risk way, both in the actual physical Amazon FBA and the education part, which is educating yourself without spending all the crazy money, right? So you have that. And you can also check all of this out at theplclub.com. So you have the educational program, and then the next most important thing is the product research aspect. That's where most mistakes happen. And so many of these mistakes can be avoided with literally just, I would even say, like a 30-second yes or no. I was doing a coaching call with somebody, and they showed me a product, and they have spent about, I believe it was $5,000 in inventory, and then it was another $3,000 in shipping. And it was the most oversaturated commodity products that I have seen in a long time. And when I analyzed the first page, I saw that pretty much all the sellers had thousands of reviews, and I really wondered, this person actually took a course as well. So I was really curious to see why they would think that that was such a good idea, because it's clearly an oversaturated market, and a call or just a video explaining them would have saved her so much money. And it just breaks my heart to see these, and that's why I want to build so much awareness in the do not go into oversaturated markets and do not go into these highly competitive products. I want to open your eyes to show you that there are these niches and smaller low risk products that can really scale your business, and you can start low risk without needing to invest so much money into a product where you are uncertain if it's going to work. So product research vault, you're going to get all of the fundamentals of how to do product research, exactly what to look for, how to actually validate your product, not just to, you know, look at the numbers and say this is good enough, but the deep analysis steps that you need to look for in order to make this product work. Not only that, I've also have videos on how to do the product research. So it's me actually showing you the different ways. They're long videos, me verbalizing why this product isn't good, why this product is good, things like that. It's very, very important for you to know. So if you follow those, you're going to be able to apply this to all of your other product research, and it's just going to be so much easier for you. I also added Amazon in your car lessons, which I love, because when I first started learning Amazon, I could obviously not watch YouTube videos and drive because that's dangerous. And I would kind of try, I would put the phone away, but sometimes they would show screen shares and I wouldn't be able to look at them and I wouldn't be able to really understand what they're talking about. So these were specifically designed, I record them and I really verbalize anything I'm talking about, whether it's Amazon Q&As, whether it's product research. Yes, I do product research in Amazon in your car as well, but I make sure to verbalize it and I design it specifically so you can listen to it as you drive safely. So I know a lot of people commute to work, and that's how I used to be before I quit my job in the medical field. So I would always be listening to kind of educational videos as I was driving. And the kind of downside was I did not have any Amazon content to really absorb. And I was a little bit upset about that because I was obsessed with Amazon. I just wanted to learn all the ins and outs of it. So you can have access to that. And by the way, all of this, like, there's a new weekly release, right? So that's the whole point of the PL Club, is that every single week you get a new piece of information. Then I also created live streams with me. So it's going to be me, and every month we're gonna have a live stream. You can ask all your questions. I'll give you all the updates on Amazon. I'll share other tips and tricks and helpful information with you there, so we can really have that one-on-one time, and that's going to be really, really beneficial. So there's just so many things involved in this club, okay? The other really helpful thing, again, so you know that product research is the most difficult just because it really determines the future of your business. So I put together these deep dive analysis of products. Basically how it is I take a product and I analyze it and tell you why you should not launch this product. And it's not just going to be a short sentence, it's literally pages long about a specific product. And I've done a lot of these. So you can look at it and not only not launch that product because it's not good, but actually apply this to the rest of your other products when you're doing your product research. Because you'll remember that in that PDF, it said not to go into this market because of this certain reason, and you're going to apply that to everything else. So that's really, really helpful. You have access to this immediately when you log in, and I just honestly just read it, okay? It's really helpful. This next thing I'm very, very excited about because I think this will really fuel everyone's success, and that's the product validator. Literally, it's an access to a secret form, and me and my team monitor it. I have you answer these detailed questions about the product. Say you found a product, you've been looking for it, it looks good, but you're still a little bit uncertain. You fill out the form, and they're very important questions. And then me and my team will take a second look at it, and we'll reply to you if we see any major red flags, just to guide you and lead you to make better decisions on your products, so you don't go into something completely blind. And I just really want to prevent something that is so, let's say it's a very obvious red flag that you don't see. We're gonna take a second look at it and really make sure that we're preventing those mistakes for you before you get crazy and spend the money on the inventory. We're trying to catch as many mistakes before they happen. And then there is the strong community support, which I give you access to our cell phone chat. It's on our phones. You can just send me a message. Me, my team, and other Amazon FBA private label sellers are on there. So we just communicate, we answer each other's questions, we just share insights, share everything. And I wanted to make something a little bit more close-knit than just a private Facebook group, which by the way is also a great resource, and full members do get access to that Facebook group where they can post and communicate. But I wanted to add something on top of that. So another thing is the 24/7 hour support. And all of this, by the way, if it's going too fast, it's all on the website, theplclub.com. I'm looking at it now to make sure I don't miss anything. So 24-hour support, again, I really wanted to have that strong support component. So you can email me and my team to our secret student email if you're a full member of the club. And you can ask your questions there. We'll reply to you 7 days a week within 24 hours, because we gotta help each other out, you know? So this club just has so many features. These are the main ones. And remember, the most important thing is that it's always updating, right? And plus you get huge discounts to any of my other products in case you are further advancing your Amazon FBA journey, because again, I really value community. I really value us kind of being together and sharing experiences, learning from one another, and really propelling forward together. And community is a very strong aspect of that. Community support in general, and also doing everything low risk when it comes to education, as well as you know, the actual business model. So in all of these kind of categories of the product research vault and the product validator and the program and the Amazon in your car and your live streams, all of this is very, very insightful information. And the more you look at it, the more you learn, the less mistakes you're going to make. I really wanted it to be the most lowest barrier of entry, not only to know everything you need to know about the business model so you can actually start, but making the start part actually easy for you as well. So you don't have to wait till you have $5,000 in the bank or $10,000 in the bank. And some people do invest that type of money into Amazon, but honestly, anyone can do it with little funds as well, okay? Obviously, there still has to be a reasonable amount of cash. It's not for free, but I really believe that you can try this business model low risk, and that is why I made this entire PL club and the education behind it. So if you want to be part of our community, you can just go to the link down below. Try the trial. It is very, very inexpensive. It's literally less than your customized cup of coffee. And just from that, you can cancel at any time. And you're going to get so much value out of the information. You probably won't even be able to get through the trial content in 7 days. That's how much I put in there. And the good thing is, after 7 days, if you do cancel and you don't want to be a full member, you still get access to all of that information just for doing the trial. So it's very, very valuable. You're going to get a lot of value, but mostly I'm really excited for the full members that are in the club, because I really do get to know you and we get to communicate and I get to see your progress. Plus you network with other FBA sellers, which is also very, very helpful. But anywho, the link is down below. Just scroll down, click the link, and join me and the other private label sellers in the original private label club. I will love to hear your story, and I will see you on the inside. Scroll down, click the link, and start your 7-day trial.